Marcy Behr is with us from the Pocono Mountain West cheerleading team here on the Mendola Show in the pizza capital of the world, Old Forge. Marcy, welcome. And let's talk a little bit about your squad this year and how everybody's doing and staying pretty busy, huh?
Yes, we've been very busy. We have a very big team this year. It's one of the biggest that I've ever had. We have 40 varsity members, 2 of which are male. So we have been competing in the co-ed division all season. And we have covered football games, basketball games throughout the season. Real busy right now out with basketball season.
And how about some places that you've traveled to this year?
So with our competitions, there's 3 main competitions that we go to through our league and district. So the first one was the EPC Championship, which is the Eastern Pennsylvania Conference Championship. And then the second one is the District 11 Championship, where we placed first place again in the co-ed division, and that's actually the 7th year in a row that we've come in on top. And then the District 11 Championship qualifies us for the PIAA State Competitive Spirit Championship, which we were able to do again for the 6th year. It's been around for 6 years. We've qualified every year. And then at the state championship, that was real exciting, what happened there. So you go on the first day, you start in the preliminary round, and there were 18 teams in our co-ed division. 19 teams. Once that's done, then the top 5 teams move on straight to finals. And then the next 5 teams move on to semifinals. We thought that we had done really well. We thought that we might get that one spot in finals, but we didn't, so we got to move on to semifinals. And then we compete against the following day, and that day there's only one more spot that gets into finals, and we ended up getting that, which was probably one of the most exciting moments of the season. And then we competed in finals again that same day. And we ended up 5th in the state, which was a pretty big accomplishment.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
All the hard work that goes into it. Talk about your coaching staff and the dedication everybody has.
Yes, it's myself, and then I have 2 other coaches, Jennifer and Kimberly Lentovich, that work with me with varsity. We also have a junior varsity coach. It's a lot of time. We put a lot of time in, obviously, so does the team members, all the girls, and our 2 boys, a lot of time we put in. And we try to do as much as we can to keep their motivation up and their spirits up. It's a long season because we do start back in May when we pick our teams, and we go all the way usually till about March till basketball's over.
Well, you'll enjoy the break coming up.
Yes.
But it'll be a little bit of a busy time here as the basketball playoffs will heat up as well with your team. And let's talk about health-wise and what it's like to keep everybody's health and stay healthy. I'm sure there's some injuries that you see with cheer, so talk about things. Safety is so important.
Yes, ironically, when we went to states, in the back of my head I was thinking this is the first time in a very long time that we competed in all 3 major competitions with the entire team. We never had someone out. I didn't say it until states was completely over because I didn't want to jinx us, and we did. We made it through. So we've had little things here and there, but it is hard, and safety is such a big thing. When you get to these competitions, a lot of people are throwing more difficult things. We really preached progression over, making sure that we're doing stuff that we can hit and not, get anyone injured. So we do really preach that a lot to make sure that we are doing what's safe and following all the regulations. But we did make it through this whole season with our entire team, which was really exciting. We're
going to talk with a handful of young ladies tonight. I'm sure you're awfully proud of them and the whole group this year.
Yes, yeah, we have actually 13 seniors this year that will be graduating. They've been our core for many years of just great leadership and great motivation, and they always do a great job. We have our 4 captains here with us tonight.
Well, Coach, thanks for telling us your story at Pocono Mountain, and continued success, and congratulations on all the accomplishments.
Thank you very much.
Lisa Greeley is with us from the Pocono Mountain West cheer team here on the Mendola Show. And Lisa, let's talk about the experience you've had.
The experience is honestly so amazing. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, making it to states, even qualifying for states. Going into the finals as a senior is honestly such a blessing, and so good to come out on top finally for once.
Let's talk about the guys that are with you and their contributions to the team.
The guys definitely add some chemistry onto the team, as well as they keep us all mellow, and it definitely helps us prevent the girls from arguing a lot too. They're really strong and helpful in that asset. One of the back spots, actually, one of the boys is my back spot, so he's the one lifting me up in the air, and he's really helpful all the time for me being strong.
40 members of the team overall.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the ladies. And as you say, you know, there's some seniors, a good handful of seniors here on
Yeah.
this team, a couple handfuls for that matter. But then there's some underclassmen. So talk about kind of showing them the way there at Pocono Mountain.
So we have 13 seniors, and we have the rest of them are underclassmen. So we have a team of 40 people. So clearly that's big for a cheerleading team. So it's not like basketball where you can only put like 5 people in, or football where you can only put a certain number of people in. With cheerleading, it's like the whole team is doing every single thing. There's not one person that's on the bench. Everyone is constantly always being used, and I think that's partially what we have to show the underclassmen, that like you're always going to be used. Everyone's always going to see you. Like, you don't have any breaks.
And future goals for you. Let's talk about what's next after high school.
I hope to go to Penn State. Well, I got accepted to Penn State University Park, and I'm majoring in early childhood education, and then I'm going to add special education as well.
Any chance of cheerleading at the next level, or just...
Hopefully.
All right, I wish you the best with that.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your dad as one of your role models.
So my dad is actually a teacher at Pocono Mountain School District. He teaches special needs students for the School to Work program, and he also recently has a job now as the Crestwood Athletic Director. And he also, in the summer, goes away to Florida for
Baltimore Orioles.
the Baltimore Orioles organization, and it's a cool experience. So he's my role model because of all of the different things that he does. He's constantly staying on top of everything, being so involved with athletics, as well as his real job in Pocono Mountain.
You know, we both forgot King's College baseball,
Oh,
too.
we can't forget about that. Yeah, King's College too.
He is one busy guy. How does he become a dad with all that stuff? Talk about just him being a busy person, and I'm sure time management has to be one of the biggest things he teaches his kids.
Yeah, he definitely has taught me that there's many different things that you can do in your life. Like, you can't, like, just doing one activity isn't enough, basically. Like, you have to do a lot. You have to make yourself a well-rounded person, not just in the classroom, also in other aspects.
Well, Lisa, we appreciate your time. We wish you the best at Penn State University. Good luck, and keep up the great work doing with cheerleading.
Thank you.
Taya Miller with us from the Pocono Mountain West cheerleading team. And Taya, let's talk about your experience at Pocono Mountain. What's it been like?
I really enjoy the way the season pretty much ended. I started as a freshman on varsity, and we worked very well together, and I love that I got to end my senior year like that. We made it to semifinals first for the PIAA state competition, and we beat 5 other teams, and we made it to finals. And we placed 5th in the state, so that was great. I just won my 4th district title in all of my 4 years on the team.
Well, congratulations.
So, thank you.
Yeah, great accomplishment. Let's talk about some clubs or organizations you're involved with.
Well, I'm involved in Big Panther, Little Panther, which is a mentoring program for an elementary school. Some of the students go over to an elementary school, and they're assigned a Little Panther, and we basically help them with whatever they need help with. If they're shy, we help them come out of their shell, and different things like that.
Well, I'm guessing you're doing a good job there
Yeah.
as a Big Panther. Let's talk a little bit about your family. You have a big one, so tell us about your siblings.
Yes, I have an older sister named Tanaja. She's 19 years old, and we've always been close. A lot of people treat us like we're twins. Some people even think that I'm older than her, which is funny. I have a middle brother named Josiah. He's 12 years old. He's it's hard to deal with sometimes. And
Typical brother.
yes. And I have a little sister, Janai, who is 9 years old. I see her following in my footsteps a lot.
Well, I would follow your footsteps because you
Yeah.
ranked 13th in your class. You're doing an excellent job in the classroom. Talk about your dedication as a student.
I never want to give my mother, and her name is Takina, I never want to give her a hard time. So one thing that she never has to worry about is my grades. So I am always dedicated to get good grades for myself and for my mother.
Kutztown University is going to be your next stop, and what are you going to do
Yeah,
there?
I hope so. I'm going to try to make their cheerleading team. I saw them at one of our competitions and spoke with the coach. I really enjoy their team. So hopefully I cheer there, and I'm going to go into psychology.
That's awesome. How about a couple of role models in your life?
My first role model, I would say, is Brittany Tumble. She was my cheerleading coach since I was towards the end of my 7th grade year. She's the one who got me to cheer. She got me to do a travel team. She's always pushing me, and she taught me everything I know. My second role model would be Erin Masker, who is like my second mom. Whenever we traveled, she was the one there for me, and she's always pushing me also.
And your mom bringing out your best, I'm sure, as well.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about her.
My mom's name, like I said before, is Takina Maxwell, and she is a tough one. She expects me to always do my best so that she doesn't have to be there to push me along the way. She's taught me like that ever since I was young. So I'm thankful for her.
We appreciate those tough moms because they make us who we are. So obviously she's done a tremendous job with you and making you the person you are. And we appreciate you telling us your story. And we wish you the best of luck at the next level.
Thank you.
We're talking Pocono Mountain West cheerleading here on the Mendola Show. We're with Amelia Behr. And Amelia, you're a senior and a captain. And what's it like hanging with this group of ladies?
I've been with the 3 other captains since my freshman year, and they are such a special group of girls to me, and the coaches and everyone else on the team means so much to me.
And the guys, a couple of them helping out and doing a great job as well. And your coach and then one of your teammates mentioned them, and they play an important role as well.
Mm-hmm. The boys definitely add a different dynamic to the team. They make us work harder, but it definitely improved our team.
Let's talk about your organizations and clubs you're involved with at school.
I'm part of student council at school, so we do a lot for the school and the community. And then I do Big Panther, Little Panther, where we go meet with our Little Panthers once a month to try and help them out a little bit.
In a big family as well, so tell us about them.
Yeah, so I have 2 brothers and a sister. We're all 2 years apart. We're pretty close, because we're such close in age and we're around each other. We all play sports, so we have a pretty good bond.
About being in the classroom at Pocono Mountain, you do a very good job there. What's it like being a student?
Being a student and being an athlete is definitely challenging sometimes, but it's definitely made me stronger in school.
Chemistry, you like that, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite.
And let's talk about down the road, Drexel University, and what you'd like to do at Drexel.
I want to go to Drexel to be a physician's assistant and go through their accelerated program.
And your mom plays a special part in your life, and talk about why.
My mom was a cheerleader when she went to Pocono Mountain in high school when it was just one school. She was the person to sign me up for cheerleading when I was 4, and she's been to every game, every competition. She's always there for me through everything.
Busy family with those 4 kids, and mom doing a great job. Amelia, thank you for talking to us today, and continued success.
Thank you.
Alicia Williams is with us from Pocono Mountain West cheerleading team here on the Mendola Show, and our Carol and Janelle. And Alicia, let's talk about your accomplishments as a cheerleader.
Well, I've been cheering since I was about 8, and I was on YPM, and we won a lot of competitions. And then I got on to the junior high team, 7th and 8th grade, and then I've been on varsity since freshman year, and I'm now a captain as a senior.
Oh boy, you've done a lot. Your team has done a lot. Talk about the traveling that you've done with this team.
Well, we've been to Hershey for states, we've been to Easton for districts, and we just travel a lot for the basketball and football team, and it's really fun, especially the bus rides.
And it's busy times, and sometimes 3-4 nights a week. You're out with the teams. The winter time's probably tough. Talk about practicing one night, game, and then somehow.
Especially during states, we have games and practice back to back to back, especially keeping up with the schoolwork.
So you got to fit all that in. You got a couple of brothers, one older, one younger. Tell us about each of them.
My older brother goes to Penn State University right now. He is in there for business law. It's his 3rd year right now. And then my little brother just got into 6th grade. He's doing good. He's on basketball teams.
Pretty cool. You enjoy English in school? Do you have a favorite teacher you've had over the years, or is it just the subject matter you enjoy?
Miss Appleroth was probably one of my favorite teachers. I had her twice for English.
And you're doing really well in the classroom, and you're thinking maybe the University of Scranton. We'll talk about why.
They have a really good program for early education and special education for 5 years. So I got into that. I'm hoping to do good and have fun there.
Mom and Dad, tell us about why they push you along, and why they're your role models in your life?
They both try really hard to get me everything I need in my life, and it's always a struggle, you know, in this society. So my mom works in Manhattan, so she travels back and forth every day, yeah. And my dad is the one who drives me places. He always brings me to games, practices, work. They're always there for me.
You're involved with the yearbook at school.
Yes.
How much fun is that?
It's actually a lot of fun. My teacher's Mrs. Marino, and we just go around taking pictures, we take interviews, and making the yearbook is definitely a lot of fun. You have to have a lot of creative ideas.
What's it like to be a student at Pocono Mountain West? And you know, there's a big rivalry between East and West, but you have some really good schools. They're clean, and there's a lot of learning going on there. So what do you think the environment's like?
It's a good environment. The students are very diverse, and they're really fun and interactive. And you have a lot of sports, and you have a lot of opportunities at Pocono Mountain West that most schools don't.
Alicia, thank you so much for your time today. Great to catch up with you, and we wish you the best going forward.
Thank you.